Hello, and welcome to the Monday Night Debrief. I apologize for the title change, changing all the thumbnails everywhere. Didn't really have a plan for tonight, but I figured we can bring on some good friends and we will just talk and hang out. And I'll have open lines. Any of you guys watching, if you want to join the show, remember my only rule is no profanity. But other than that, you're free to share your mind about Kenobi, about anything coming up. I want to hear from you. But let's get into it. Hello there.
Hello there.
How are you doing today, Matt Cave? One of the best friends of the channel.
Ooh, nice. I got my pint glass today.
Oh, that's nice. I gotta get that. See, I really only drink coffee, but I guess like iced coffee would go good in that.
There you go. I like that cup.
Yeah.
Doing good, man. It was a little chilly tonight, so I wore my my brand new long sleeve Echo Base Network shirt.
I know. That thing's looking very clean. Hello to Jake76. He says, "Do you think you're going to play the new Lego Star Wars game with your daughter or something like that?" I honestly don't know the technical limitations of the computer I have. I'll have to ask my dad. It was his old computer. It's not old by any means, but I'll have to ask him and see if it can support that. She's 2 still, so I don't know if she would be all that into playing the game. I don't know, she might be. She's played Mario Kart before and she's good at that. But we will see. He says, "Did you have a good weekend?" I did. What did I do? I don't know. What did you do this weekend, Matt Cave?
I did some working this weekend. My schedule got all a little funky with work because we're covering a lot of changes. So for now, I'm working a split days off schedule to fill in the gaps. But hopefully,
I got you.
I get 2 days off in a row again soon, and I can get back into like a normal seam here because it's a little weird.
Ladaj, you are absolutely correct. Here's a sip for you. And Don has the correct response. General Kenobi, here's a sip for you. And also Dat Boy Steve, here's a sip for you.
Appreciate it.
And Steve, I believe you were the one to disagree with me on the video that I posted. I know that was a pretty spicy take of a video and not something I usually talk about. I cannot overstate how much I appreciate the rationalness in your response and valuing of different opinions. I really appreciate that. So special shout out to you. Keep being you, dude. And hello to Anthony, YouTube fan. Here's a sip for you. Have more trepidation about Obi-Wan Kenobi than probably any other Star Wars Disney Plus release. Coffee, never change you. Never change you. A New Hope poster. Oh, this one behind me? Yeah, I like this one.
I like that picture a lot.
I like it.
That's awesome.
When I move to a different living situation, it'll still be back there. I hope to have like more posters and frames in the background, but I really do like this one. I won't get rid of it. This one maybe I'll change out. I've changed that one out a couple times, but I like that one in the middle. Yeah, it'll stay.
Nice.
So what's going on up in your part of the country?
I'm looking forward to getting my copy of Lego Star Wars tomorrow.
That's right.
I think that's probably has been my most anticipated game for quite some time, and I keep hearing rumors about content that's either going to already be in it or that we get later as DLC. Things ranging from anything from Mandalorian content all the way to some brand new Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff. So I'm pumped for whatever they bring us.
Yeah, I've seen a couple clips, just whatever was in my news feed on YouTube. Grogu in his little pod. Now it closes when you aim the blaster
Yeah.
at him. I've seen like flying the ships around in space. It looks incredible from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I saw some Empire Strikes Back footage earlier today. They were in the asteroid field, and it looked awesome. It was a couple playing co-op, and just like couch co-op, because for now there's no online yet. But one of them was flying, and the other one was handling the gunner seat from the Falcon. It's like, oh, it just looks like so much fun.
Ooh, here's a good question. Fellow beard men, do we shave our beards in spring or summer or rock that stuff even then? Well, you should probably know by now the mustache is not going anywhere. One, it's my logo for the channel and everyone knows me by that. More people know me by the stash than know me by my name, which is pretty funny. Put a 1 in chat if you know my actual name. As far as the beard, I have not shaved my chin completely. Gosh, probably 8-9 years. 8 years, I'd say 8 years. A long while. And not good. I definitely need something. I'm one of those faces that I need to have something at least. You are as well. I've seen you without.
Yeah, it's weird without any of this. I've been rocking the beard since shortly before my son was born. So coming up on 10 years. July will be 10 years of rocking the beard throughout and just all year round. I'll trim it down and everything. I trimmed the other day and kind of went a little too short on this side, so I'm just bringing it back out to bring the shape back. But yeah, all year long, I can't really. I don't know. I just can't go without it. The one time that I completely shaved it off, and that's actually probably what that picture was that I showed you and Paul. I ended up getting like I think it was like on this side. My skin got all like irritated, and it wasn't clearing up. I was like, you know what? I'll go with just a clean, whatever. Deal with it, and then after that, grew it right back.
Not doing that again.
Kids were so confused.
But yeah, I don't want to shave completely. My daughter won't let me. That's another reason. I've probably told you before. She's like, Daddy, if you shave it, if you cut it off, I will call the police and the doctors will have to put it back.
Oh,
like she will not let me.
She means business.
Do that. My younger daughter, my 11-month-old, gets apprehensive when there's another man around that doesn't have facial hair. We're over at a friend's house tonight, and he's clean shaven, and she was just like, you're not a woman, I can tell, but what are you? It's so funny.
I remember this group that a friend of mine showed me years ago. I think there's this group from New Zealand or something, but they would do like funny music videos and stuff all about beards. But there was one song they did was two of them. One was like, "Where's your beard, mate?" And the other one was, "If your dad doesn't have a beard, you got two moms."
Yeah.
Like, wow.
My theory on that: if you can grow something, and your job permits you to have something, you should have something. As a general rule, if your job, like if you're a pilot or something, you got to shave or whatever. If you're in the military, that's understandable. Or if you just can't grow, I know people that just can't grow anything, not even like patchy, just like absolutely nothing. Obviously, you can't grow anything, but if you can, I think you should.
Yeah,
I think so.
Makes you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, it makes me not think about how short I am.
You know what got me recently was my brother, who's only a year younger than me, and his job. You made me think of this saying, "If your job permits it." For the longest time, his job did not permit having a beard, primarily for his role and up. So it was kind of like in leadership roles and stuff. He couldn't have it, and it made no sense. I'm not going to say what he does for a living, but it made no sense to me why he couldn't have a beard. They recently lifted that rule, so he grew a beard, and his came out just stark black. I'm like, dude, where's the gray in your beard? I'm like, are you just fermenting this? Like, what are you doing? He's like, no, this is just how it came in. I'm like, come on now. Like, I'm turning into Santa Claus over here, and you got oh, it killed me.
You know what? Salt and pepper is in style right now.
Yeah.
I think it's classy. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
I wouldn't worry about that. And besides, for not that you're old enough that it would look out of place, but for some people it may be in their 40s or whatever that they dye it black, it looks out of place.
I'm never gonna dye my hair. I never will. Like, it just I'll go with whatever happens to this ugly mug on my neck.
Well, you know, Father Time is full salt and pepper, and his looks great. Like, if he dyed it, it would look great.
No. I bow to his beard.
Speaking of his character in WWE is so intimidating,
dude.
And the height difference between me and him is dead accurate to real life.
Dude, I have a match recorded that will debut soon.
Oh, speaking of, I've been meaning to tell you about this, and Father Time brought this up to my attention and told me to Padawannabe says a good man is always in style. I agree with that. Here's a sip to you, good sir. But he was telling me you can have a series where subscribers will send you pictures of their faces and you put them in a match and have like a weekly match. And have it be like a thing to where eventually when you're a bigger channel, it'll be like this badge of honor. Like your photo was, send your photos to this email, and then you put them in a match. You could have a YouTube channel just based on that.
Honestly, and having like, people are digging the WWE stuff, man. Like,
I would imagine it's not too hard to do.
You doing the face thing is like the reason I was saying to you guys, like, send me your picture, is you literally upload the face picture to the game,
right,
and then fit the face to a template and like kind of work it in, you know. So there's some work that goes into it, but I kind of found a groove with it where I started building these pretty quick. I just I made Star Wars Obsession the other day, so we got I have, by the way, the entire Survivor series already fully uploaded. It's just unlisted right now. It's we're gonna debut it soon.
I hope I don't get beat as bad as I did against Father Time. Because that was pretty bad.
You got quite a good match against Master Paul.
Okay.
And then I face off against Daryl the Derelict.
Nice.
And then I snuck a 10-man rumble in there to debut Star Wars Obsession.
Ooh.
And then we get the title match between Hawks Holocrons and X-Wing.
Wow. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm serious, you could have a whole channel based on just these matchups with subscribers sending in pictures. I think that'd be really
so
cool.
Much fun, man.
Either that or just make it a series on your channel, because I think people would really go for that, especially if it's something like, you know, people are always wanting to have like send in their comment, have their comment highlighted in the next week's video or whatever like that. I think that'd be such a cool idea. But for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, this is me put into the game that Matt Cave put up on his channel. It's so funny. It's so funny,
dude. It's so much fun doing those creations, but then getting the matches going with you know, our likenesses in it. It's just hilarious. But I'll tell you that series I've been doing, which spawned from having lack of time, was that CPU versus CPU series I've been doing, where I set up a string of matches and let the computer battle it out. And that's how I handled the Survivor series with our characters in there. I was like, I have no control over this. I'm like, this is going to play out however it does, and we'll see what happens. Right. I've had people commenting and reaching out to me like, oh man, like, what settings are you using right now? Is what difficulty, you know, because you can change a lot of things. So I've been communicating with like a bunch of people who've recently subscribed to me based off of their love for WWE. So I'm like,
that's awesome.
Starting to get back into it through this game. But doing the creations, man, is so much fun.
There's a look that my dad gives me in that video. He's like about to choke slam me. He's got me by the throat, and his eyes are. I gotta find it real quick.
Dude, that was a brutal match between the two of you.
That was so funny. That cave, you have a young face, so the early silver works have been partially graying on the roof, front door, and the cellar since my early 30s. Your silver long fellow beard will be.
I appreciate it. I actually started getting my first bit of gray hair when I was about 20, 21.
Okay.
On my mother's side of the family, it happens early. And then I had a bunch more after I got married, and then a whole lot more after I had kids.
I have one gray hair somewhere. My wife found it once. I don't know where it is.
Don't pull it out.
Somewhere. Yeah, I know.
They multiply.
All right, let's see. I gotta find that look. So this is my dad versus me, and that is the actual height difference between the two of us.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. I would not only would I ask somebody for the picture, but I'd ask, what is your height, and just basically what kind of wrestler do you want to be.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything against him. Maybe it's
a big
over.
Guy.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, sweet chin music. And he dodges it.
I know. I'm looking for that grab because he's got this like death stare in his eyes, like he's psycho.
I'll say this.
It might be right here.
This is it.
There it is.
Dude. Yo.
That is so funny. He's gonna kill me.
Yeah. You're grounded.
I'm so glad my dad wasn't abusive to us growing up. Because he would have been
the potential of what could have been.
Oh, he would have been terrifying. Dad, thanks for being nice.
Oh man, that is brutal.
It's so funny. After he gets the count right here, he just sits up. He's like, "Yeah."
Yep. He's like, "Nope, got it done."
It is so funny.
I had a clip. Let's see. What can I show you without spoiling too much?
Okay, so Dat Boy Steve says, how old is the oldest boomer in the council, and how old is the youngest?
Well, I'm about to be 40.
X-Wing's 30.
He's 30. Obsession, I think, is a year or two older than me. X-Wing, I think, is probably the youngest.
How old is Scotty?
Hawks is... How old is Hawks? He's 30-something also. I believe. I think me and Obsession are the two oldest, which we're technically not boomers, but
Well, I would be the youngest boomer if anyone would review my application.
I didn't know we were taking applications.
Well, it's been submitted. I don't know where to, but I'm hoping I get called upon to fill in someday.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, I could use the subs because I'm so close.
It's fun doing the show. It's a good time just kind of hanging out and here's a good clip. I'll give a little preview for you guys.
Exactly, Cobra.
There we go.
And I'm going to put the link in my Discord now. So if any of you guys want to join the show, that's where the link is going to be. Just in general. Kenobi, I guess is what it's called.
Kenobi!
Yeah. Have you seen the video of Sam Witwer's face when he reads that line?
No.
You haven't? I gotta
check that out. Dude, it's just video of him doing the voiceover?
Yep.
Oh, man.
It's nuts.
I can imagine. He's oh man. He's one of my favorites. He's so good.
He channels the rage.
Yes, he does. Like we need Sam Witwer in some form of live action Star Wars. It's a crime that he's not yet.
Yeah. I could make the coffee council if they deny my application. Well, fine. Make my own. Fine, I'll do it myself.
The boomers will do the late night, and you do the morning. Wake up with the coffee.
Oh,
and
I can't do the morning. No.
We
Coffee's for evenings.
I hear you.
All right, here's that line right here.
We'll check this out.
I like the attitude of it all.
Okay, all right.
In my mind's eye, Kenobi. Kenobi!
Yo,
It's ridiculous.
Dude is so passionate about
his
it.
face.
Man.
He screams, and then to finish it off, like you see in his eyes, it's ridiculous.
Dude, could you imagine being there in the studio with him and you're witnessing that happen?
And that's not the only take they did, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
And not only that, but everything for Starkiller. Like I watched a video. It was just like a solid couple minutes of just the screams from that game, from Starkiller.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's intense. That look in his eye.
So, if you're up for it, I got a little sneak peek of your match with Master Paul.
Yes.
We'll play just a little bit of it. Just give a little tease. All right, here we go. I'm gonna have to hit pause at the moment because this is actually from the actual full video.
All right. Oh. Yes. That's so sick. I would do that. I would totally do that.
I can't wait for you to see the whole thing. It's so you guys open it up. It's the opening card on the
That's
lineup.
so sick.
I tried to edit this all together to play out like a pay-per-view. I even have the whole intro where the guy's like, and now the WWE presents Survivor Series.
Yes. Steve says they looked at Sam like, wow, Sam really wants Kenobi to die. Yes.
His acting as Maul is phenomenal, but in that Twin Sons episode specifically, I feel like he was on this whole other level. I mean, just every bit of interaction between him and the Alec Guinness style Kenobi was just beautiful. And when he's in his arms and he finally looks up and he's like, is he the chosen one? And he's like, gonna like to see his point of view of what he thinks the chosen one is. Dude, it was so good.
It's beautiful and it's one of the best scenes in all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I mean, Maul's one of the best characters in all of Star Wars. So there you go.
And every time my wife sees him, she's like, I told you he'd be back. I told you back in 1999.
Yeah. No one's ever really gone.
Yeah.
It's awesome. What kind of character would you want him to come back as in live action, that is?
I feel like because I've seen Sam Witwer play quite a few different roles, and we already know he's amazing in the villain role. But did you ever see and now the title is escaping my mind. There was not Rubber. Yeah, Sam Witwer was the tire.
He made that little like the gravel sounds.
Can you imagine?
If I was someone famous, I'll just say right now, if I was someone famous, I would love to do ridiculous cameos like that. In
so much fun.
Every movie. And you see in the credits, like, just like wallpaper sound effect was Coffee on Korriban.
Dude, I would love that, man. It would be so much fun. Just pop up in ridiculous things like that. I always like joked with my friends, like we'd be watching movies and stuff. And I was growing up, I always had the dream of being a filmmaker, and I was like, you know what, I would just accept. I want to be one of those extras in the middle of chaos, and just an explosion happens and I go flying somewhere. Like, that's what I want. It's like I'll be the guy in the background.
Could they age Mr. Witwer for a Sabaoth role?
Hmm.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I would think that he would be better served in a different character role. At least
would
how
like to see him-
Sabayoth is presented in the novel.
Yeah. I'd like to see him not be some sort of a copy of Maul, like because he's got the
Yeah.
acting chops, right? He can play so many different roles, and I can't remember the name of the show. It was an American version of a British show about a vampire, a werewolf, and a ghost living together. And Sam Witwer played the vampire character, but he was like a good guy. Like he wasn't like out there like hunting people. He was trying to be good. I think he was actually a doctor too, or something. I don't know. It was something about it, but fantastic role that he played, and was such an underrated show. But that's what I want to see him like more on the light side. I feel like to get that side of his acting chops would be really interesting. You know, we see a tease of that in things like Force Unleashed when he turns from the dark side.
Right.
But I want to see him like from the beginning. Like, I don't know, maybe depending on timeline wise, if we start getting things that are post sequel trilogy, have him be part of the Resistance, have him be part of, I don't know, he could be a senator for all, you know. I just want to see him in a different way.
Steve says, hot take, but I would love to see Sam do a different live action Star Killer. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think a lot of people would love to see him bring Star Killer into live action. A lot of people would just like Star Killer in general in live action. But of course, if you're going to bring back Star Killer, why not have him be the one to play him? Because that's him.
Yeah.
But I do think that the voice, if he's doing anyone other than Star Killer or Maul in live action, the voice has to be different from Maul.
Yes.
It can't be the exact same. Whatever. My voice is wispy right now, but you get what I'm saying. It can't be the same Maul.
No, exactly.
Because otherwise, it would
don't
just
want to hear a
sound
duplicate.
exactly like him.
Yeah.
Speaking of actors, you guys were talking on the Boomer Council about Nick Cage, and you mentioned there was a lot of Nick Cage movies that are just B movies that he's in a ton of them that are actually really good. I was wanting you to send me a list of those. So I'd love to check them out.
He's got even a brand new one. Where do you know the game Five Nights at Freddy's?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that Five Nights at Freddy's, except the player in this case would be Nicolas Cage. He's not afraid of all the animatronic things coming after you in the dark place. He's hunting them.
Oh.
And it's just
And this is already out?
This is already out. I have it.
How do I not hear about any of these?
I'll you know what I gotta do? I gotta just send you my stuff to have you log into my Voodoo and Movies Anywhere app. Just because I got tons of digital copies of things. And it's movies like that where hey, Nerboreal.
Hey, it's Matt Cave. Everybody, it's Matt Cave here. See, nobody cares.
Nice. Well played. I love it.
All right. Well, let's bring in Cobra Disney Jedi. How are you doing, sir?
Hey,
how's it going? Good.
Welcome.
Thank you.
But yeah, I got to get you that list, man. There's so many amazing Nicolas Cage films out there that people just don't know about. And then we have the ultimate Nicolas Cage movie coming out soon, where it's about him being him. So the whole joke of Nick Cage always playing Nick Cage is the plot.
Yeah, I was interested in checking that out. It looked pretty good from the... Was it like the unbearable weight of being famous or something along those lines?
Something like that, yeah.
One of my favorite movies, period, is The Family Man.
That's a great movie, too.
I love that movie. That's been one of my parents' favorite movies before I was allowed to watch it. And ever since watching it, it's been my favorite movie. I hate the ending of that movie so much. But the movie itself is incredible. My wife and I quote the entire movie on a daily basis.
Nice.
But I love that movie.
I saw that for the first time when I was still doing hey, Phil. I know it's not NHL 22.
Okay, you
Coffee,
know what?
if
Real
you could
quick,
just get some hockey going in a few minutes, that would be great.
I just realized the other day what his name means.
Are you, really?
Really,
That's been going.
really, it's been way over my head for
That's
months,
fantastic.
and I just got it. I was just driving randomly at work, driving in the van, and I went, "Oh."
Oh, jeez. Oh, you're so innocent.
I really am. I really am. My list of movies that I haven't seen is longer than Paul's.
Oh man, I gotta.
Ugh.
Oh, that's another. See, I gotta get you guys access to these digital copies. Just be like, watch
Mhm.
all of this.
All right, Cobra, what'd you do this weekend, and what you got coming up this week?
Well, I got my room upgraded. We just recently purchased a king size bed. Got it finally delivered Friday.
Nice.
I had an epic interview with Matt Cave on Friday.
That was so
That
much
was
fun, dude.
So hilarious, and I got you lined up for Friday. So, shameless plug: catch my show, The Inner Tube, this Friday.
Hello.
I'm going to be interviewing yours truly, the host, Coffee and
Sweet.
Korriban.
I will
Awesome.
be there, barring something crazy happening.
Just haven't scheduled a time yet, but I
Yeah,
already gave
we'll
you
do
a
it.
tentative time.
We will do it.
And then
Nice,
today we
Phil.
just got our couch delivered, so we're kind of.
Sweet.
Nice.
I would love to
That's
have
what
a
I'm sitting on
California
right
King.
now.
Paul, what'd you do this weekend? What you got coming up?
Well, this weekend I worked, and what I got coming up is, well, I got to go to court and take care of 2 traffic tickets. But other than that,
What'd you do?
okay, so I got caught with my phone in my hand at a stoplight by a state trooper that was going by almost a month ago now. And he pulled me over, and not only did I get a ticket for having the phone in my hand, but I also got a ticket for apparently not having proper registration, because I don't know where I got this idea, but I was always under the assumption that my car title was my registration. But no, it's the little sheet that you get when you get your year stickers.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. I don't know where my registration is. I'll have to put it in my car.
Definitely got to keep up with that. All right, Paul. Here's the real question: whose stream were you watching while driving?
Nobody's actually. I was trying to get the right music to play.
That's fun.
Well, I don't know if you saw earlier in back on the video here, but we did have a little sneak peek before of your epic battle coming up with Coffee on Korriban.
Yeah, play that again.
You
Wait,
do.
I'm battling Coffee on Korriban?
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir.
This is
well,
news
you're trying
me.
to.
Let me get this queued back up. Hold on one second.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this 2K22?
It is.
Okay.
Oh, where is it? Hold on. I lost it. I gotta find it again. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
And you can just call you Russell Matt Cavia.
I know, Padawannabe. Trust me, I don't have my phone in my hand while I'm driving anymore.
What phones do you guys have? Phone check. What do you guys have?
Oh, where is it?
I have an iPhone.
I've got a Moto G6.
I have an iPhone, but it's over there on the charger.
Pixel 4.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've seen yours.
I love the Pixel. You have seen mine.
I
With your
remember
own
when-
2 eyes.
Yep. I remember when we were walking into that one coffee place in Gatlinburg, and as we walked in, you stopped and you started filming, and you're like, I'm getting B-roll footage.
Yeah. I think I lost, unfortunately, the other videos that I never uploaded from our trip there.
I see.
Because that phone killed itself like a couple weeks later.
Oof.
All right.
All right, what do we got
Paul.
here?
Brace yourself. This is a sneak peek of the upcoming Survivor Series, where you and
Ooh.
Coffee on Korriban open up the matches. We'll just play a little clip.
He eludes the contact. He's headed up top. Thinking
It's so good.
Nice.
That is so good.
Oh yeah, it's all primed and ready to go. I'm just looking for the day to premiere it, but it's prepped and ready.
That is so funny. Is wait, I didn't think I saw Father Time in that lineup, did I?
No, he's not in
Okay.
this one, but he has a role to play in the storylines I have sort of coming
He's an
up.
imposing figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Father Time.
No. That death stare. The
Dude,
death
that
stare.
moment in that match, you're right. That stare he gives you. That was a look like, I brought you into this world, boy. I will take you out of it.
That is
I say that to my
exactly what it
kids all
was.
the time.
That is exactly the look. I gotta pull it up again.
So good.
And his eyes are piercing through the opposition
I'm
now.
scared for you.
Oh my goodness. That is disturbing.
Oh man. I'm surprised you didn't go through the ring.
I know. With the good headphones on, that sounds so loud.
By the way, y'all missed it earlier in my stream. We were talking about Skyrim. I don't know how this started, but both Coach and Mexican Iron Man were trolling me for the length of my cord here.
Oh,
Yes, they're saying like, "Holy cow, this is the longest headphone cord they have seen." When really, this is just your standard.
That's just a regular one.
yeah, it looks like just a
Yeah.
regular one.
It just looks
Uh,
longer because I'm behind it.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, Paul, I got another light. Another purple light.
Oh, cool,
So now I'm fancy.
nice. You should
Kinda
have.
wanna be. I think
you
you
should
can
do a-
change the ref out. I just haven't yet.
You should do a video, Coffee, of you singing Purple Rain with your lights, but add more purple lights.
I don't even know how to sing. I don't even know how that song goes. I know that it's a song. I haven't listened to any Prince at all. It is
I
Prince,
gotcha.
right?
It is
Yeah.
Prince.
Okay, yeah.
And to be
no.
fair, that's like literally one of 2 songs from Prince that I've heard, so I'm not much better.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of music that I should know that I don't know, and a lot of movies I should have seen that I haven't seen. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you guys even listen to music wise? I don't even know.
Well, these days, a lot of Petra, which I've shown you them. I know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Dire Straits, and that's kind of it.
Don't worry, I've heard Prince. Okay, I've listened to Prince before.
I'm with you, Cobra. We're
That's
the old
right.
men on the stream right now.
Yeah, the artist formerly
Yeah.
known as Prince.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I relate to Johnny Lawrence and Cobra Kai. It's like I
Dude.
like the music.
When I finally got my wife to
That's the
watch
music I grew
Cobra
up
Kai, I
on.
was like,
That
Johnny's
was
my spirit
teenage-
animal.
That was my teenage days.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
I haven't seen any Cobra Kai.
Oh, it's so good.
it's really good.
It's the perfect example of how you reboot a franchise while respecting the source material.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I've heard.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta love Billy. Oh, I have to love Billy Joel. I live
Mhm.
on Long Island.
Yep.
I have no choice.
Who's Billy Joel?
Yep.
I'm being serious. Who's Billy Joel?
Yeah, all right.
Oh wait,
That's
wait.
actually
Is he
one of
the
the first
is he
albums I
the
got.
piano man guy? Because I've heard
Mhm.
that song. Or is that Bob Dylan?
Piano Man was Billy Joel.
Oh.
Piano Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
My first album
Wow.
I got was Billy Joel, Glass Houses. Remember that one, Matt Cave?
I'm just gonna remove myself and Paul because we don't know.
Yes. Maybe there's a Billy Joel song that I've heard and I don't know it's him, but I've never gone out of my way to listen to Billy Joel.
Same, Steve.
Yes, he says Piano Man. Yeah, that's
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, he's all right.
He's a legend around my parts.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
That came out wrong.
Oh boy.
That came out way wrong. This is not Boomer Council. That one down.
I don't want to be. I do like some Eric Clapton and I do like some Eagles. I have legitimately stood on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. And of course, there is a gift shop there with a whole bunch of Eagles stuff.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh man. I remember back in my custom home theater days, one of my customers was a huge Eagles fan, and every time we ever did any kind of upgrade to his system, there was always Eagles albums that were playing. Like we could always guarantee, like, all right, we know what we're popping in right now, where he's gonna have the best version of whatever, and we have these, 20 grand speakers that we're about to listen to him through.
Right.
Yep. That was another group I listened to.
Yeah.
Skinnered.
Yeah. See that, like, I always have where I listen to music the most is in the car, and I have the iPod Classic in there with tons of music.
Okay, a timeout, Phil. What's wrong with John Denver? John Denver is amazing.
My wife got me into country music. My favorite country music singer is Brad Paisley.
Okay.
His music, my wife and I joke about it. We're like, he's literally singing our story. Like that's how much of it, like, when a song really kind of hits you and you're like, man, I'm relating to everything in this. I can listen to Brad Paisley music in a certain order.
Maybe.
And wait, what happened? What happened? But and it just tells a story, man. I like that stuff. But when I listen to music, I keep everything on shuffle. So I'll go from listening to Brad Paisley to some classical music, and then all of a sudden some metal kicks in. And I'm listening to Korn or something. Like it's just like it could be. Anything.
Metal wise, I've got Metallica, Megadeth, Dream Theater.
I like Dream Theater.
Yeah, Dream Theater's awesome.
Theater. I actually met a couple members of Dream Theater. One of the guys I used to work with was like best friends with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yo.
Hello.
So, dude.
Hello there.
So, dude. I still say that. Like, you can't take all the California out of me.
Yes. And Phil McCracken, I disagree. John Denver is country.
Yeah, sounds like it. As far as my music, I as far as what I play, it's a lot of worship stuff. I sing for the church, so most of what I sing and play is worship stuff. But aside from that, what I like to listen to, I'm kind of all over the place, but mostly metal. I don't really care for the 80s or 90s metal like Metallica, Megadeth, like you were saying. I like Dream Theater just because they're so complex.
I'm out of here. See ya.
Have you heard Striper?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have heard Striper. X Sinner I've heard as well. A couple other bands that are in that vein. I like. Who do I like? I don't know. As far as like classic 80s, 90s metal bands, not a whole lot. I really like the 2005 and later, some metalcore, post-hardcore, different stuff.
Right.
Certain kinds of deathcore, melodic deathcore, ambient deathcore, that sort of stuff. But
right. For me, and this kind of goes across all genres, I just listen to whatever has awesome guitar. So on the country side, that will be guys like Glenn Campbell. Metal side, pretty much everyone that isn't Gent.
You don't like Gent?
I think it's overhyped because of the memes.
Okay, I completely get you. I completely
Yes.
get you. There are some gent bands that are really terrible to listen to. Surprisingly, procedurally generated gent, like computer generated gent, is actually really cool and interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I get you on these, Ladash. Under Oath is really cool.
Yeah.
Seosin, a couple other bands like that. Yeah.
The only gent band that I've even listened one song to is Animals as Leaders, and that's just because I'm fascinated by Tosin Abasi's thumping style that he does.
His broken backwards thumb.
Yeah, like I
How
can
does
do
he-
like
I
I
don't know
have
how
the
he does
double
that.
jointed thumb, but he's double jointed here too.
I'm gonna try to find a picture of his thumb.
Yes, and Phil McCracken's. I'm sorry, I like Striper. Now it's not my favorite band by any means, but Striper I like.
Do you guys remember? Actually, you may not remember this, but years ago, when Walmart started editing albums and putting them out, and they didn't really warn anyone, but
What?
I
Didn't know
discovered
that.
this for I forget which Prodigy album it was, but we picked it up and got home with it, started playing it, and it was edited. It was any swear words were out and everything. Like it was just it was like the made for TV special. I'm like, what's going on?
All right, I think I found his thumb.
He also has a really weird design for a guitar.
Yeah, they're super cool though.
Whoa.
Yo, he's like at a right angle.
Dude.
Yeah, and like I said, I can do that too, but I can't thump against a guitar like that.
Man.
Right. Oh, he's phenomenal. Animals as Leaders is really hard to listen to, especially for me as a musician, because I'm just over analyzing something and I get way too overwhelmed with how complex they are.
Right.
They're incredible.
That's kind of how I am with Polyphia. That and some
yeah.
of the imagery that they put in their music videos is just not my taste.
I was a huge Polyphia fan. Like I had shirts and stuff until they started coming out with a couple of their music videos, and I was like, okay, that's how they got so good so quick. Like whether you believe in like selling your soul for success or not, that's not human. They're way too good, and the imagery they're putting in their music videos, you can, especially like us with like a spiritual sense of things, like we can tell if things are demonic, and Polyphia.
Yeah.
If you can stomach it, look up their music video for Goat, and you'll see what we mean.
Goat changed my life though, musically.
Yeah.
Just that no song has really impacted me. Well, very few songs have impacted me musically as much as Goat had. It just blew my mind when that came out with.
Right.
Yeah, that's incredible. Sam, what do you listen to?
Pretty much all over the place. Like I listen to whatever I think sounds any good. I listen to some Muse, some old school Bee Gees, some what else? I listen to a lot of orchestrated stuff, like of course John Williams stuff, and Danny Elfman, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And some worship stuff here and there.
Right. Speaking of orchestra stuff, another guy that I listen to in the metal genre that incorporates a lot of orchestra stuff, Yngwie Malmsteen. I want his guitar.
I want his skills.
Like legit, I'm trying to go for an Yngwie Malmsteen vibe with this guy because this is like my current restoration project.
Are you going to scallop the frets?
No.
Okay.
No. I want to try it on a guitar that already has it before I do anything like that to one of my own.
Oh, if you have any problems with how hard you push, like pushing too hard, it will not be a fun time for you.
Oh yeah. I'm primarily an acoustic player, so I'm used to having to push hard, so I know I would struggle.
Yeah. Yep, I completely get it. Yeah. Reporter says, how do you feel about Kenobi fighting Vader again, despite the quote from the first Star Wars? I don't know. And I unfortunately, I guess we'll touch on this a little bit. The stuff that's come out recently with Disney has kind of tainted my expectations of Kenobi. Where with the Book of Boba Fett, I was willing to overlook a lot of things because there was so much in it that I loved. And now I feel like a lot of the hype that I had for Kenobi is kind of dissipated. So I don't care as much as I want to. I really wish I cared about Kenobi enough to really answer that question truthfully. But the truth is I don't really care about the series now a whole lot. And rest assured, I'll still be watching and reacting and everything. So you guys will still get the content from my end. But as far as like my interest, it's not what I would like it to have been.
Same here.
Yeah, to me, it was a letdown. The Book of Boba Fett was a major letdown, so I'm not having any high expectations for the Kenobi series. I'm just gonna say, okay, whatever happens, happens. Let's just let it go.
Yes.
If it's great, it's great. Fine. And
here's my biggest fear with Kenobi. I'm not scared that it's going to be atrociously bad, although that certainly will be a bad thing. I'm scared that it's going to be, at least like how I perceived Book of Boba Fett to be, overwhelmingly mediocre. Because because if something's atrociously bad, I can at least drum up enough passion to hate it. But if it's mediocre, I almost have to force myself to feel something about it one way or another.
Yep.
And that's kind of my biggest fear for Star Wars as a whole, that it's going to be just wave after wave of mediocrity from them. And arguably, it kind of already has been in some respects.
Yeah, Scoundrels Cantina says, to be honest, I've been feeling the same way about Star Wars for years now. Nothing new is revealed with Disney. Perverse, degenerate agenda. We all knew what was going on. It's just openly public. I completely agree. And I'm not surprised. For anyone that might have watched the video I just posted the other day and thought I was surprised by all this, I'm not. I know this stuff goes on. It's just sad that it's out in the open, and especially for me because, like I said in the video, I grew up going to Disneyland once or twice a week. Watched almost exclusively Disney videos, and so for me this is just really sad, but I'm not surprised at all.
Right.
And I don't blame you for that either.
Right. And I really hope that the content that we get in the new Star Wars shows has nothing to do with that. Because I love Star Wars more than I'm, sympathetic to Disney. It's just an unfortunate situation. And I welcome disagreements with people. Like, I know Steve didn't feel exactly the same way I did. I think it was Steve that commented. And that's totally fine. I don't harp on people for their opinions. And I said multiple times in the video, like, I'm not trying to attack any particular group. I'm coming from where I'm coming at from as a father. And that's how I'm feeling about that stuff. So,
I'll say this about the Kenobi series. Before I head out, I actually do gotta split.
Yeah, we're wrapping up in just a minute anyway.
But with the Kenobi series specifically, I feel like the best of the best were involved with this one. I feel like this is going to be a different tone from everything else we've gotten so far, because I feel like there's too much weight involved with this one. This is the one that they can't afford to mess up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of that, I have a really good feeling about it. I hope I'm not wrong, but I could be.
I hope it's great. I hope it exceeds my expectations.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna come away from it with something really special, and I'm hoping that it's something that kind of unites fans again. But that's really that's my take on it. Guys, I'm sorry, I do have to head out. My bad. Unexpected.
Take care.
But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right.
All right. Thanks for popping over.
Thanks for having me, man.
See you, man.
Scoundrels Cantina says, the only Star Wars I'm focused on overall is my own. At this point, I want to bring comic book stories to animated video form like I did Boba's story regarding Disney. I just don't care. Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah,
I feel the same way, and I'm still interested enough in Star Wars that I want to watch the new stuff. But I'm not giving Disney any money if that's what they're concerned about.
Yeah, that's your prerogative. You can do that. I mean, the reason why I continue to subscribe to Disney Plus is because it has the old movies that I grew up as a kid watching.
Yeah.
Back
Right.
when Kurt Russell was the star of Disney back in the 70s. I mean, those classic movies are on there, so I still watch those. I just don't watch anything new.
Or in my case, I basically pay for Disney Plus for my whole family.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like I said in the very beginning of the video. I'm not calling for a boycott. I'm not telling what other people should think or feel. It's just I'm talking about my personal opinion,
Exactly.
and I hope it came across that way because I've gotten a lot of positive feedback.
You're totally entitled to do that.
No,
Yeah.
I hope that came across in the video. And I don't typically get political. I'm a very political person. I love talking politics, and I'll defend what I feel about things. On the internet, I'm not trying to do that because I see where the world is going, and I know that what I said in that video is going to be classified as hate speech in about a year and a half. So I don't share a lot of that stuff publicly. But I felt like as a father, I had to at least say how I feel about certain things, and so I did. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up here. Why don't you each give like a little closing remark or anything that you guys have? Feel free to plug your stuff, and then we on a politics stream. I don't know what your politics are personally, but I would love to talk with you about politics. I'm down.
Heck, I'll suit up for that one.
I assure you, I will be very rational and level-headed.
And I can assure you, I will not.
And I assure you, X-Wing will not.
I will say literally whatever anyone says. Okay, I'll be the comic relief of that stream. If things get too heated, I'll say something completely off the wall, as I usually do, just so that people will laugh.
Fair enough, Steve. I welcome it. Yeah. Awesome.
But
plug whatever. We're closing up.
Okay, so yeah, tomorrow, of course, Tuesday Night Trek, and then Animation Friday, where we're going to be going over the Citadel arc, where Echo dies for now, and then next week. Oh, also Thursday. So this started yesterday. Yesterday on our normal Sunday stream, I had two of my coworkers on the stream that had seen Star Wars for the first time. And I was going through the idea was to do the whole original trilogy in one night, which we couldn't do it. So we've broken the stream up into 3 parts. Last night was A New Hope and a little bit of Empire. Thursday will be Empire and as much of Return of the Jedi as we can do. And then Sunday will be whatever we don't get done of Return of the Jedi and touching a little bit on the prequels and sequels. So if you want to hear a completely new and fresh perspective on Star Wars, make sure to check out my channel because in the next coming days that will be happening.
X-Wing, I have to correct you. Around here, we do not hit the like button. We delicately tap the like button because most
you don't want to break your
phone. Yeah, most people are probably watching on their phones.
Oh, I say strike hard.
Oh. Don't do that. Don't give in to your hate.
Don't give in to your aggressive feelings.
But I would appreciate it.
Show no mercy.
Steve says, closing thoughts, no matter how much I agree or disagree with any of you, are always awesome to me. Awesome. And I appreciate that. And I feel the exact same way. Yep. I appreciate that. Feel the exact same way to any of you guys. And I welcome discussions. Like if any of you guys ever want to, anyone watching, you want to message me on Discord and have a chat about whatever, I'm always down. I'll never get offended and run away. I don't do that. Unless someone is being which is why I'm not on Facebook anymore, trying to be rational with other people who aren't wanting to be rational, and it goes nowhere. Yeah. And then you're like, you know what, I'm done with this, and then they accuse you of running and hiding.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to stoop. But yeah, I will always be civil. I'll always welcome you guys here on the show.
Yeah. That's why I don't do any social media outside of YouTube and Discord.
Same. Yep. I have a Facebook, but only for the Facebook Marketplace because no one around here uses OfferUp. That's it.
Yeah. And my mom actually had a bad experience once using selling something on Reverb, so we don't use anything but Facebook Marketplace.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I think that'll do it. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate you guys always coming by. You're all welcome here. Thanks for stopping by, Sam, towards the end. I know you've been here like 5 minutes, but thanks for stopping by. Everyone in
more
the
like
chat.
10 minutes or 15.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Thanks for having me on, man.
You're welcome. Need to shower X-Wing germs. Yeah, but everyone that's been here watching, thank you. I really appreciate you being here. If you've been here from the beginning, I really appreciate your time. And I will see you wherever I happen to see you in the galaxy.